finish that.
Ah, easy, yeah. Because I think probably a majority of that is sauce.
Yummy, yummy.
皆さん、こんにちは。少し時計ようこそ。In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about my experience at Coco Ichibanya in London. So, if you like videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's begin. Okay, so I'm just going to begin by telling you kind of when and where I went to this restaurant. So, Coco Ichibanya has two different branches in London. They have one in Leicester Square and one near Bond Street. So I went to the one near Bond Street. And if you guys aren't familiar with London at all, Bond Street is quite near to Oxford Street, which is this big shopping area in the heart of London. So there were a lot of other restaurants and a lot of shops, and really it's quite a busy area. I went on a Saturday afternoon and I purposefully went so it wasn't lunchtime and it wasn't dinner time. I think I ended up going at about 2:30 in the afternoon just because Saturdays are usually really busy and I kind of wanted to avoid that as much as possible. So I went with my dad and my best friend, Jess. Both of them have actually been to Japan before, so yeah, they're pretty familiar with Japanese food. Anyway, when we got into the restaurant, it was pretty busy actually, even for the time, but it wasn't overly full, so we didn't have to wait for a table or anything like that. And immediately as you walk in, you're greeted by "Irashaimase." So yeah, it did kind of feel like I was back in Japan for a second. I was like, wait, what? It was a bit of a surreal feeling. But yeah, so we quickly found our seats, and I think the first thing that instantly overwhelmed me was the size of the menu. I really wasn't expecting there to be such a large menu because on the website you don't really get to see much of the menu. So yeah, it really kind of took me by surprise, but I really liked it because yeah, there was just so much choice. I think as well, it's important to mention that because this is a curry restaurant, if you wanted to go with people who maybe don't like curry that much, there was so much on this menu that there were also options for people that weren't interested in curry. So they had at least 2 pages of salad options, and they also had, I think it was either gratin or doria, one of those, and they all looked really good. Honestly, I think I went in there expecting to eat curry, but looking at that menu, I could have easily been swayed by the doria or gratin, or the salad, which is ultimately what I ordered. So for a starter, we ordered, I think it was like a fried a fried seafood like platter, or it was just a basket full of assorted fried seafood. And in that was ebi fry, some kind of deep fried white fish, and potato wedges. And it was really, really good. So we got that to start, and then I ordered the deep fried squid salad. So basically it was just salad with calamari. And my friend ordered fried chicken salad. And my dad was the only one that actually ordered curry. He ordered the pork katsu curry. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Coco or you haven't been there before, you can actually customize your curry quite a bit. So my dad got the medium spice and he got the largest size of rice because he was really hungry and I wasn't, which is why I ultimately chose a salad. But it didn't disappoint, and I love that so much. I think it's really hard in London to find a restaurant with, first of all, a decent salad selection when it isn't a salad restaurant, and also for it to actually be a good salad. It was delicious, and it had sesame dressing on, which I love. I love that in Japan, and it felt so nice to be eating that again. But yeah, the menu was amazing. They even had omurice curry, and interestingly enough, they had natto curry, which I'd never tried before, but I was tempted by it because I love natto, and I hadn't seen it in the UK before, so I was like, ooh, should I? But in the end, yeah, I did just order the salad because unfortunately I wasn't very hungry, and it's my biggest regret, just because the salad was good, but I so wish I had been more hungry because there are like at least 10 things on that menu that I would have ordered. But yeah, my dad got the curry and he thoroughly enjoyed it. He finished it really, really quickly, and between the three of us, we definitely decided to go back again in the future. So something else I want to mention about the restaurant, the menu also had Japanese written on it as well. So I think if you come to London and you're not confident in speaking English, you'll be absolutely fine to still go to Coco because most of the staff there spoke Japanese. Even when the waiter took our order and he was giving it to the kitchen staff, he was reading it out in Japanese. So yeah, I think you would feel totally comfortable there if you were visiting London from Japan and maybe you're not that confident with English. I think another thing worth mentioning as well is they had all of the pictures on the menu too. So again, that really felt more authentically Japanese. I know in a video I did a few months ago about restaurant differences in Japan and the UK, one of the things I mentioned was pictures on the menu. In the UK, we don't really have pictures on the menu unless it's like a fast food restaurant. So a lot of times you'll order something and you won't know what it looks like until it arrives at the table, which can sometimes be a bit of a disappointment. But yeah, you don't have to worry about that here. And also as well, they served a lot of smoothies and juices, which again, I really liked. I liked that there were a lot of healthy options there. So if you went with a large group of people and maybe somebody wanted to be a bit more healthy, or maybe someone wasn't a fan of curry, there definitely felt like there was something for everybody on this menu, which I think was great. So the price, definitely a little bit more expensive than Japan. Again, that's not really surprising. I think in terms of restaurants, London is just more expensive anyway. So if you wanted a set, which is the curry with a little side salad and a soup. So as an example, the chicken katsu and cheese curry would be £13.40. And if you wanted the set, so the small salad and soup added on, that would be an extra £2.50. So in total, that would be £15.90, I think. I'm really bad at fast maths, but yeah, I think that would be, wait. Yeah. So yeah, if you were to order the chicken katsu and cheese curry with a side of, like, with a side salad and a soup, that would come to £15.90. So the curry by itself is £13.40, and then the two additional sides would be an extra £2.50. And obviously that would be different as well, depending on how much rice you wanted, or yeah, if you wanted to customize that in any way. So yeah, that's just an example. So I think for London, for such a big meal, something that's so filling, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I think it's a little bit more pricey than Japan. So just be prepared for that. But if you're coming to London from Japan anyway, you've probably done your research, and I'm sure you're aware that London can be a bit more expensive. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!